Hi, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or anywhere in your birth chart that Cancer might appear. Now, if you're new here, I'd like to take a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. This reading is going to be for mid-month November 2019, basically from the 10th to the 20th, since there's 30 days this month. And we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this reading. And I'd like to remind you that I do also personal readings, so if you would like a personal reading from me, if you like the way that I read tarot, then you can email me at midnightmoontarot@gmail.com and I will get back to you within 24 hours. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and open this. Alright, let me go ahead and... What are the love messages for Cancer for mid-November 2019? What are the love messages for Cancer for mid-November 2019? What are the love messages for Cancer for mid-November 2019? And one more time. What are the love messages for Cancer for mid-November 2019? Okay, let me go ahead and divide these into 3. Alright. The card on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. Alright, this is a pretty great cup. This is you, Cancer. Alright, you're a water sign. This card represents the love that you have, that you want to overflow into all parts of your life, the love that you have, that you are offering to someone, that you have to offer to someone. Okay, now if you're new to my channel, what I do is 4 rows. The first row is representing you, what you're going through, what's coming towards you, what might have recently just come to pass. And the second row is for your lover, your intended twin flame, soulmate, karmic partner, soulless portal, an ex, whoever you feel most drawn to. The first one that you think of in the mornings when you wake up, and the last one you think of in the evenings when you go to bed. The third row is about your challenges and your obstacles. Okay. And the fourth row is your outcome. Now, the first is the 8 of Pentacles as well as the 7 of Pentacles, 2 consecutive cards here, and they show a progression that you are most likely interested in an earth sign, and you are working really, really hard on this relationship, maybe a little more hard than you should, unless the other person is working equally as hard. It seems that you are like really diligently focused on this particular relationship and almost obsessed with it, like when we plant a garden and we go outside like every day to see how much the little plants have grown and if they have any blossoms or fruit or vegetables on them yet. But that's like what he's doing, and you know, just really, really focused on this. So if you sometimes Cancers are a little guilty of smothering, or I should say drowning, since you're a water sign, their partners, because they have this this thing where they want to nurture and take care of and protect and love. It's kind of a weird little line between mother and lover. It's almost as if you want to treat Cancer, not necessarily you, but most Cancers and some Cancers have a problem of wanting to take care of, and there's nothing wrong with that, but when it is overly done and you're not getting back what you need from your partner, this can happen right here. So your partner is someone, and that's why I read these cards the way I just did. Uh, the partner may be someone who has alcohol problems, drug problems. If it's not that, it could be a very codependent relationship. It could be one that you feel is more one-sided and definitely causing just a little bit of heartache and sleepless nights and thoughts about this person that you just, no matter what you do, you may be feeling as if it's never quite good enough or it's not enough. Okay, there may be some kind of separation from this person at this time. And again, very, very focused. You're very, very focused on this relationship. See how she is just staring at this bird. In some cases, this can be a really great card to have in a love reading, but this is in your obstacle and your challenges. So you may be facing a little bit of financial issues. Maybe this person is needing money from you that you really don't have to give, but because cancers are sometimes so giving and so loving, self-sacrificing even, that it may end up leaving you with a feeling of lack, but there is really not any way for the person to give back to you because they are struggling somehow, either mentally, physically, or whatever, with their own inner demons, and really can't seem to focus on anyone beyond themselves. All right, so your outcome is you're very much considering just moving away from this, and it's trying to start a new life, and seeing what the world is there to open up for you. And of course, you have all this love that you have to give, and you certainly deserve and are deserving of someone who is as focused on you as you are on them. Okay, so on your aisle again, we have Judgment as well as Five of Swords. So you may come to the realization that, the hope that this relationship will find some type of resurrection, that maybe there is going to be some positive give and take, that this person will reach out to you like they are reaching out from the grave. It will make you feel, you may be hearing some gossips, you may be hearing different arguments. When you communicate with this person, they may start to, if you don't have money to give them, or you don't have ways to help out, or when you stop over nurturing these people, they're not going to be getting what they need from you because they are just a little bit toxic. It's going to hurt you just a little bit because they're going to start, name calling or degrading you and making you feel, like, oh, what am I doing here? But sometimes it makes people try even harder and give even more just to be hurt and let down, because these type people don't really know how to love or how to focus on these things. So when we come to your partner and how they're making you feel and how they are feeling, we have the Hermit. So they may be somewhat secluded and have a lot of time just to think about their feelings and what they're doing, and they may be thinking that you have all these options and all these choices and things that you can be doing out there in the world, and they may be feeling a little bit left out when you withdraw from them just a little bit. And so this is when they start the name calling and the degrading, because they know that you're the type of person that wants to give and give and to fix things. So they think that if they hide from you or withhold their love from you, that you will continue to reach out to them and offer more and more love. And this feeds this particular type of person, like, an energy vampire or somebody really not so great like that. They feed off you, and it's when you have so many other options that are out there with living, breathing people who have something awesome to give to you. There are several people who are interested in you, but when they realize this, they want to make you feel less than what you are. So you will end up feeling like nobody but them wants you. So we have King of Cups as well as the Chariot reversed for your obstacles and your challenges. So you, as the King of Cups, okay, as you come a little bit more stronger in this relationship and you're starting to see things for what they are. Now, even if you're a female, this card can represent you. There's no gender in the tarot. It's simply the energy that this card projects and represents. But be really careful moving forward. It's time that you pull back a little bit. It's going to be hard for you to, because your natural instinct is to nurture and to reach out to these type people like that. And if anyone that you're in a relationship with, you are all in, even if the other person may not necessarily be as all in as you are. Slow down just a little bit. Quit over nurturing so that they have a chance to appreciate you, and then they would reach out to you. But when you recognize this power that you have actually over them, you will be so much stronger, and then you will be this King of Cups and be able to still be loving, still be caring, still be there for them, but not necessarily have that type energy. And so out come the Tower and the Queen of Swords. So you may find out some news about your partner that you're not crazy about, and it is definitely time for a little bit of a shake-up, and either to completely rebuild this relationship and to do it properly, or cut it completely off, because it's not going anywhere. There's absolutely no future in it if this person is not willing to change and make these changes and represent you. So you can actually become this Queen of Swords, especially if you have some air in your chart. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, if you have any of those in there, you will be even more empowered to say, like, hold up, don't come any closer. I'm cutting this crap out right now. I'm not having anything else to do with it. So you just stay right where you are, and you can see them for the manipulating person that they are, and absolutely cut that out. I want to see some kind of romance come in for you. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands as well as the Strength card reversed. Both of these are reversed. So if your partner has a Leo X, okay, this person and this Queen of Wands reversed shows up all the time, and she's a manipulator and a sidekick sort of this person that you are involved with, and they tend to be somebody who likes to stir the pot, if you want to say that nicely. This is a very unlucky card. She is someone who comes in and wants to try to destroy relationships. If you had an air sign that is an ex of your partner, they are ones that may make their feelings well known, but step back because they're not the type to interfere. But this particular Leo, and I always call this one Leo even though it represents any of the fire signs, because the Leo is the one that is the kind that will be more like a predator, like this lion, like, Leo the lion. They are predators, and when they see something, they're more one to I guess I don't want to use the word stalk because it's so overdone, but like stalk from the sidelines. They're not necessarily a stalker, but they always know what's going on in someone in their ex's life or their ex in their new person's life. And when things are a little shaky, they may try to step in and take advantage of that, especially if they're not having the greatest time in their life or their relationship at the moment. But this person, you're going to find out, because of this Tower moment, you're going to find out that they are still in contact with this particular Leo, and that it's, when I say intimate, I'm not necessarily talking about sexually intimate. I'm talking about someone that you discuss things with that are personal and private. I don't think any of us in the world would enjoy knowing that our private secrets and talks and things that we've had, or arguments or disagreements we had, are being discussed with an ex, or vice versa, if that person is discussing the ex with an. I don't think any of us would like that at all or appreciate it. And when you find out that that person is in that person's life and they are the puppet master, basically, the ex, this guy, the alcoholic, is the puppet master and has all these different people that he manipulates when he can't get his way from you. When you step back, this one's going to be contacted to step in to try to make you feel as if you are jealous or missing out, or you better, take control of the situation again. And then they're manipulating you to dote on you, to give them that particular attention that you were giving them before. And when they may have felt like they were drowning from that attention, now that your absence is stepping back from them, they're appreciating you more and missing that. And so if you're withholding or stepping back for your own self-esteem and your own self-respect, then what is happening is they are nasty and they are going to manipulate you into giving them what they want. You have to be very strong yourself and become a little bit of an ice queen. Stick to your guns, because believe me, in the end, it's worth it. If you need any type of change to happen in this relationship, you're not going to get it by doing the same things over and over and over. The only thing that would be a catalyst is to throw a monkey wrench into the, whatever that saying is, and kind of shake it up just a little bit, like that tower we were talking about earlier. Okay, so yeah, focus on yourself, focus on your work, bettering yourself. Become, now you're going to be even stronger and become this King of Swords. And this King of Swords is able to use his mind and use his head over the emotions of his heart and do what is best, okay? So you need to do what is best for you and for the greater good of everyone involved. Even this manipulator over here, even this person, because that person doesn't even realize that they are being manipulated. They feel as if they are like a secret favorite person and always got them, or they're always there for them, which if that relationship is so great, then they need to go be with them. That's all I'm saying. Alright, so your obstacles are, you're going to feel betrayed when you find out about this. You're going to you're not going to like it, and it's going to hurt you. And the Nine of Swords we had earlier, don't let it hurt your feelings, because it's like a textbook, okay? And if they're going to try this, and if this doesn't work, then they're going to try plan B and plan C and plan D. Let them go through their whole plan, because they did not plan on you not giving in to them. Go ahead and realize that there may not be a future with this person, okay? And go ahead and, make your plan A and your plan B and your plan C for what you will do if this relationship does come to an end, because this person is very, very toxic. They have a lot of work that they need to do on themselves, both healing themselves physically as well as mentally. And of course, they have a lot of emotional upheavals that go through them. Make sure that person that you may be in love with is not with you because you are serving a purpose for them. If they have you, handling everything for them or helping with their bills or whatever it is, money certainly was one of the obstacles earlier. So again, this earth sign is going to reach out to you, and it's going to be, it's going to continue. The more that you communicate with this person, the more that this type scenario is going to happen, and it's going to keep repeating itself and keep repeating itself and keep repeating itself. I remember one time when I was in college, we talked about, if you walk around a block and you fall in a hole, generally, if you have to walk around that same block again, you're aware of that hole, so you go around it. But if you're not paying attention, or you're just blindly hoping that it's not there anymore, so you're not paying as much attention, you walk around that way, you're going to fall in that hole again, and you're going to walk around that block and you're going to fall in that hole again, and you're going to walk around that. You can do two things. You can be prepared and fill that hole in, or you can walk around it every time. But as long as you continue to fall into that hole and fall back into this relationship before that hole is filled in, and you have the you have all the problems that this person carries with them resolved, you're going to continue just to be stagnant and not be able to move forward in your life. And that Chariot's going to stay in slow-mo right here. Okay, so obstacles, we have death and we have the Eight of Swords. Now, death, okay, you may decide that this is challenges and obstacles. Okay, this person has mental blockages, whether it is a real prison or it is a mental prison, and they are not able to see what it is they are doing. See how the person's blindfolded? This can be male or female. They're not able to see that they are the cause of the problem. They are the type person that wants to project everything onto you and blame you for how you're feeling. The only resolution for this is to, become that King of Swords and that Queen of Swords, and to, completely cut this out of your life for a while, even if it's only like a temporary break or a temporary death, because after death there is a resurrection. So there is a possibility that this can still work, but it's going to take a great deal of work on your part in order to be strong, because I know that Cancers are so very sentimental, and it breaks your heart to walk away from a relationship. And when a relationship ends, you almost feel as if you are grieving and mourning a death, and it can be very overpowering. But as long as you keep going back when the issues are not resolved, you're going to continue to have that heartbreak. Okay, and this person, because of these codependent dynamic that is existing, they are going to make you feel as if you are the one, and they are not going to be accepting responsibility for any of what they are going through. It's really, really sad. I'm very sorry. Okay, so outcome looks super, super great. So we have the Sun and we have the Five of Pentacles. So this person may end up feeling as if you have discarded them, as if you have left them out in the cold. You can still care about this person. You can still check on them. I'm not talking about this crazy no contact thing that is very unnecessary that so many people promote. But I'm talking about be strong, be supportive, be loving. You will find new growth within yourself as you become stronger and stronger, and you recognize these type relationships and what it is. But it's like, when little kids are being brought up and you're trying to teach them something, they never learn to do it if you keep doing it for them. Irresponsible teenagers and young people, as long as their moms and dads keep wiping their butts for them as grown adults, they never learn to be responsible. But this person that you're in love with is emotionally immature, and they are never going to be able to learn responsibility for their actions and for their needs. So they experience the loss of you and are able to recognize their inner demons and take responsibility, take this blindfold off and accept responsibility for the things that they've done. And if that means that you temporarily leave them, that's fine, because then that's when your new growth can begin. And you have this soulmate, the card. This person may very well be your soulmate. That's why you feel such a very strong bond with them. I wouldn't think it's a soulmate, but I would think it's more like a karmic or a twin flame, because of the dynamic here, where there's so much codependent and cruel intentions on the other person's part. But as soon as you are able to stand your ground and come into your strength, there can be a resurrection after you take this temporary break. I'm sorry, the light's doing something weird. All right. Yeah, my camera broke. I'm using my old iPhone 7 to record, and so yeah, that's a problem. Okay, so yeah, see, there can be a resurrection. See the lovers coming up from the grave after this death, as long as that person learns that they and only they are responsible for themselves. Now, as you continue to work on you, the way it works in soulmate and twin flame relationships is when you are working on yourself, even if they aren't doing so much, the more that you evolve, because they are your twin, some of that energy flows over into them and they evolve a tiny bit. So the more you work on yourself, the more your partner is healing and learning too. Now they are going to have to take some of that responsibility, actually a great deal of it, but every little bit that you do will help them a little bit. Those little drops in the bucket and baby steps people talk about. So that is your mid-month reading for November 2019. And, it sounds yuck and everything, but if you're hurting, the only way that you are going to get through this is to not allow them to infiltrate your little bubble of peace that you can live in, and to continually upset you by not giving you what you need, because you are definitely a person that is worthy of true overflowing love, like your Ace of Cups. And I just want the very best for everyone. And I hate when I have readings that are kind of sad, but even though this one is sad, it's like that tower. It gives you the moment, to rebuild and have that new growth, like your Sun card. So anyway, that's your reading, Cancer. And I hope you guys, if it doesn't resonate with you, then there are a lot of other readers or that you could listen to, and their messages might more resonate with you. It's like sometimes when we sit down to read these cards, we don't know what we're going to say before it happens. It's just like you deal the cards and the words just flow out of you, So it's like that's how channeling with our guides and angels works. So anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys here in another week or so for the end of the month and the December readings. And I will also start doing the look at the year in advance kind of thing. It will only be like 12 cards, one card for each month, to show what the overall energy for the month is. Just to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what's coming up in the new year. Okay, so you guys, good night. Bye-bye. Love you.